everything.
If I go to like my Explorer page, it's just like pizza, Taylor Swift, and boobs. It's just a weird combo.
Bro, the whole
It's a weird combo.
the whole boob thing on like the bitches thing on like your thing on your feed, dude. If you just follow bodybuilding or fitness in general,
It's mind blowing.
you're gonna see
They're all
buttholes.
over.
You're gonna see buttholes. It's just gonna happen.
It's weird.
How do I get shit taken down for saying fuck?
Oh, yeah.
But then, like, you
There's, like,
literally
half
can
naked
spread your
shit.
cheek.
That's what I mean, yeah.
There's chicks with thongs on that spread their cheeks, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like you're not gonna save
None
that
of it
for like
makes
the
sense
person
with
you
all
love?
this.
Or, yeah, it's just.
Josh, what's your Instagram?
Whitmire _Josh 94.
Mine's just my name.
Whitmire _94?
Josh Whitmire _Josh 94.
Wit.
Oh, you
Meyer.
did the last name, first name thing. Kind of switch it up.
So in Dallas, there's a lot of Josh fucking Whitmires out there.
Oh, yeah. Just
Yeah,
shoot
like I
it
tried to
on
create
the
my email. I had
Follow
to take
back.
the E off
Oh,
because it was already
yeah.
taken.
Wow, aggressive.
Butthole. Just open it up.
Like, look, that
Butthole.
right there, I just got like an
Butthole.
instant boner. Seth Feroce started following you.
Yeah. Nice.
I always have a phone.
On the way here.
No, you don't. You're almost 50.
I know.
So I was talking to
In the morning,
I was talking.
do. In the morning, I do.
I was talking to Jim Mannion yesterday, and we were just bullshitting about the Pittsburgh coming up, and he's going on about like everything that's going on with the Pittsburgh, and we're carrying on. Dude's funny as hell. Like Jim is just, dude's like a sweetheart of a man, but he's just an absolute savage. And he's talking about how he's his arthritis, and he's going to the doctor, and because he has carpal tunnel and just all kind of fucking. He's 80, and then he's like. He was telling me the joke about how when he went to the doctor and they were talking about it, and he's friends with everybody. He's like better than the mayor of Pittsburgh, and he's like, so I was telling the doc, I was like, Doc, so how do I get arthritis in my dick? And the doctor's giving him shit. He's like Jim. He's like, I'm closing in on 80. He's like, how do I get that? Do I get that? Like, I need that. And the doctor's just like, Jim, and he's like. Whenever you're my age, you're going to get it. I'm like, Jim, I'm almost 40, and I get it. I was like, my stream's not the same. I was like, I look at my son, and I'm jealous of his stream. That kid pisses so hard and so fast. I was like, I wish I could do it. He's like, I know.
We were just talking about that, remember? About the prostate. We were talking about going to the bathroom and waiting, like for it to like actually start pissing. And I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, I go, when I was leaving Orlando, I went to the bathroom in the airport, and I'm like, I sat at the urinal, and there's a guy waiting for me, and I'm like, I felt bad because it took me like a minute for me to even start pissing. And he's like, I'm so jealous of SJ's stream. He's like,
He's always like, I go take a piss, and like whether it's outside or like in the toilet, like if I'm going to take a piss in the toilet, that dude runs and just to take a piss with me, and he just, I'm like, dude, you piss so hard and so fast.
Dude, it happened when I watched him the last Friday.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta pee. He's like, yeah, me too. and he was done so fast. He's like, beat you. I'm like, fuck.
I mean, that kid pushes his piss out so hard. I'm like, man, I can't do that no more.
He turned the lights off on me too.
no.
Yeah. It was great.
Oh, fucking love it. All right, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the HWMF Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Feroce, here with my heterosexual life mate, Bob.
What's up?
And we have two esteemed guests today that are absolutely beautiful individuals. At least one of them is for sure. Don't know about the other one. We're learning. Dean Perrone and
Hello.
Josh Whitmire.
Hello.
So, everybody, Josh is a demo crew member. He won the raffle of coming in for a podcast and a training session and a whole day here, a couple days at headquarters to get to know everybody, see how everything works, do the podcast, get to know each other, tell everybody about your experience, and actually learn who you are and what you do about life.
So
Pretty cool.
I'm a welder back home. I'm from South Carolina, Liberty to be exact. And my experience here so far has been great. Like just the amount of stuff that goes on, seeing everything up front, like the warehouses, all the stuff that they do, and talk about, like all the people are great.
A lot of moving parts.
A lot of stuff going on.
It's really, there is, the work here doesn't really ever stop. Like it just once people get here at 8, and then it doesn't stop till 5, and then at 5 everybody stops, and not everybody, but most people just go home. Some people stay and train, and then it just starts again the next day.
Yep.
Lots of planning goes in.
It's wild.
So on the podcast, I mean, all we pretty much do is shoot the shit here. So I haven't really talked to you because I was in meetings yesterday. Got back from 2 trips in Mexico, 1 with Dean. But I didn't really talk to you because I was like, I want it to be authentic. I don't want to have 2 or 3 of the same fucking conversations. You know what I mean? Like, so asking you questions, how you got involved, what you do for a living, and all that stuff. But no, it's cool. We're excited to have you in. So everything's been good so far?
Great, man. I love it.
Pretty cool.
I love it up here.
Is it what you expected it to be?
In a way, but no, not really.
What way different? Or worse or better?
Better. I mean, like, so I've been following Action Sledge and American Roughneck for years now. And, you know, like I've kept up with everything, you know, thought great things about the companies themselves, and then just coming up here and seeing everything firsthand, it was just like a lot more, it's a like different perspective actually seeing it firsthand versus just following on Instagram.
I mean, and we, I don't know, we stay pretty in tune with what goes on Facebook within the demo crew group, within everything. And it's sometimes, you know, internally, I think you and I were talking on the plane ride home 2 days ago, Dean, was like, sometimes people think that like, oh yeah, you guys should just do this or come out with a new flavor, or why don't we do this and that? And it's like, dude, in order to do anything at the level that we are, it takes months for it to occur. Like, we're just really good at planning everything out and coming out with new flavors and planning things far in advance to make them occur.
Yep.
That's what we were just talking about. But like, even doing a new flavor of protein takes 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, easy. Easy.
We actually talked about that yesterday. That's what I was talking to him about. Where I just said, I think we were at the warehouse, one of the warehouses, and I actually brought that up. I just said a lot of people don't know, and that's what I even told them. We referenced that same conversation. I said we were just talking about it, that people are like, just like you said, like, oh, they should come out with this flavor, and it's like people think like, cool, it'll be out next week. You know what I mean? Like,
like what a lot
it's
of
like takes months of stuff before it goes
because
down.
I mean, you see other, you know, like a lot of times you see other supplement companies, and I'm not going to name any names, but it's like, boom, they come out with something, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it's great, but you don't really know, you know, like when Action Sledge makes stuff, I'm just going to say it's like a better product because there's more time put into coming out with something new versus just, hey, let's do this. Let's
Throw as much shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Right.
So what the difference is with how, like, it works with anybody, you know, unless you're your own manufacturer, which is a whole other box of worms, manufacturing. But like, if we put out a product, it's gonna be good.
Right.
It's still the hang up in here. S'mores and Swamp Beast will always be the hang up within the company because it is literally one of the only flavors, those 2 flavors are the only ones that were like a 50-50 split. And that pisses me off in a way because I'm like, man, does like 50 people didn't like that? But then I'm one of the people that didn't like it.
Right.
So I'm like, I can't. With Swamp Beast, but then with S'mores, we did S'mores, and like there were people that just fucking loved it. Mm-hmm. And then there were people that hated it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. Like whenever we do that, we put so much time and effort into perfecting something like Juicy Nectar.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. I think Juicy Nectar is the best flavor of grind that I have ever tried, or amino acid product, period. Out of every single fucking product in the market. But it's tough to make sure that they all taste good and hit. We spend a lot of time in it all.
Yeah.
Ton of time. We even dove into like timelines with like American Roughneck and Perrone, and because you were asking, you know, about how far ahead like we start ordering things, and I'm like, dude, we're getting ready to start crunching October and Black Friday and having things in relatively soon.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you know, because I love like when everyone in the demo crew has these like cool, fun ideas, and they're like, hey, you should do this for June. I'm like, dude, it's fucking May.
Yeah.
Like
June's
we ordered
been-
June and January 1st. Like
Fucking
we're
mid-January,
yeah.
we were fucking locked in with
yeah,
it.
next year. You know?
That, I took him back and introduced him to Nick when we got here because Nick wasn't here yesterday, and that's
Yeah.
what I brought that up. I said Bob was talking to him yesterday about timelines, and Nick was like, "Yeah, we're already into 2025." Like looking, at stuff for
Legit.
there. He's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Like specialty items and things that
Yeah.
need customized and fit and all those, like we have to, because the designs have to be in at a certain point, all the artwork, designs, numbers, but we also have to think about like the cut of something. Like we have new summer apparel coming, custom items that we have never released before because we like that specialty, that limited seasonal specialty items.
Right.
Like the hybrid shorts.
Yep.
Well, this year we're gonna have hybrid cargo shorts.
I love
You know what I
those.
mean?
Love those shorts.
That's right. Like our people love fucking cargo shorts. So we went through, and then there's going to be a couple other items that are specially brand new, never been done. So it's like, and we had those things in. Like we were sampling those things end of last year to
Yeah.
make sure that the fitments were right and everything was good.
Yeah, I mean, and every time we think we have the timelines figured out, I mean, we'll just have growth. So now like orders might have doubled in size, and now the production time is now 8 weeks instead of 6 weeks, and then shipping time, and it's insane. Like we have to keep making adjustments, but I'd say this year is probably the most successful we've been with hitting timelines, getting things in early, and still innovating and still bringing new stuff in instead of just rotating designs. Yeah.
It's just mind blowing to think, like just somebody that like just to being a customer, you don't think about that stuff.
No.
And that's the cool thing why we wanted to bring you in was because people that are ingrained, like you spend so much money with the company. You are literally one of the people that are helping build what we're building here as a group.
Right.
You now know that whenever you spend $150 on a release, that $150 isn't going into my pocket.
Right.
It's going to all of these people that work here and all of the cool shit that we're building, all the people that have families, the couples that work here.
Yep.
Like, we literally have something so profound. And I think that I need to do a better job personally of putting it on the internet, maybe a little more. But that's why I wanted you to see. We wanted you to come in and see what
Right.
this is. Meet the people. Like, there's a lot of really cool people here.
Oh, there is. There's
Riots.
a lot of people here.
Yeah.
So many personalities, it's insane. It is like gold for the internet, and it's something we've been talking about. We want to do more of the behind the scenes and the day of Axe and Sledge, and I think coming into the new building and everything, we're gonna have that.
Did you see the new building yet?
Not yet.
Okay, grass is long as fuck. I gotta take the trailer and cut it. It's so fucking bad. Look like fucking hillbillies out there. I gotta cut it today. I gotta get the tractor. But like, what's funny is back there in the cubicle room. So you have all these different personalities, young, older, and they're all in there. And it's like you have someone like Megan, Jay's wife, who is just sweet as can be. She doesn't do anything when it comes to steroids or lifting weights or anything. She works out. She had the baby. She exercises, simple stuff like all that. And then you have Ty, who's literally a version of myself back there. And the topic will come up and Megan will be like, oh my God, that's so sweet. This, and this. And Ty's like, yeah, it'd be better if just took more trend. It's all in the same thing. It's like, this is a fucking dynamic back here that's so wild. But we say it all the time. We're like, we wish we had like a camera back there.
Oh, dude, yesterday they had a conversation. Ty popped in for a photo shoot, and they were talking, and he was like, yeah, I got to stop by the grocery store and get some more asparagus. And she was like, Megan's like, oh, Ty, at least you're being healthy. And Ty's like, yeah, Megan, that's what I'm worried about.
Ty's like, I just ate a Halo test 5 minutes ago.
Meanwhile, she's just hitting you with the most genuine, like sweet fucking comments in the world.
It's funny as fuck. Oh, it's so
He
much
smelled
fun.
a little bit like asparagus yesterday.
It's leaking.
Oh, it's probably
Bro.
seeping out of his pores, man.
Bro, when we're training,
Tilapia and asparagus.
and like I think it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we might have filmed that video when he was like 3 weeks out, and like I was spotting him, and I was like, I know how you feel right now. I was like, I can smell the fish and a little bit of Trenbolone coming out of your pores.
It was there yesterday too.
The fish is there. But I mean, it's how it goes in prep. And like, the more I toss the idea around, I think about like the smells are everything to me right now. After going to Mexico a couple weeks ago, like just the smells are things that aren't leaving me. And then like, I'm like, the smells of competition. If you're taking Trenbolone every single day, like 50 to 75 mgs every day, you smell the tren when you wake up. You just sweat out the tren and you're like,
It's in your sheets.
Yeah.
It's like greatness.
no, it's not. But no, it's fun. It is a ride around here. A lot of really good people in the warehouse, dude. The warehouse is it's a whole nother demographic because it's like they're on their own island.
Yep.
And like they're their own group of beautiful characters.
And like how fast they get stuff shipped out is crazy.
With the amount of stuff that we have, with the amount of people, their system, the way they do things is on it. They all work really well together.
Right.
I'd probably say we have way too many overqualified people in shipping. Like there's a lot of really smart, like Neil's an engineer.
Like literally a genius.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like engineering school stuff.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and that's why like bringing you in and you get to see it. It's cool to be able to just absorb it all and understand like how many actual phenomenal people work here.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. But enough about that. One of the reasons that we started the HWMF podcast, it was like right before COVID. We wanted to be able to bring people on and interview them and talk to them about their life. And what's cool about bringing you in is you are literally a blue-collar, hard-working motherfucker. So that was why, yesterday it was quick. I had my meetings and everything, but I didn't want to have a million conversations.
Right.
So you said you're a welder.
Correct.
So you are, what? Let's go through it. Like, you live in South Carolina?
Live in South Carolina.
Like, South Carolina is really nice. It's beautiful down there.
Yes, it is.
Where
the
at in
weather's
South
kind
Carolina?
of the same as it is here.
No shit?
Like humidity-wise and temperature, it's kind of the same. Feels about the same. We don't get winters like y'all do, though.
No.
Like, I don't even think we went below 40 degrees.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Is he close enough to the mic? You like that, or get a little closer?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, like
Right
a
there is
hand
good,
fist
yeah.
away, not like you're
Put
sucking
it in my
it,
mouth.
like
Oh,
right.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Man, you do that really well.
I mean, I think I could fit this all in my mouth. Want to see?
I mean, they put me in the same hotel as Dean.
Yeah, nice.
Never know what you're gonna get.
Jay and I were bunkmates a couple weeks ago in Mexico, and he was like, I woke up the one morning, and I woke up before him every morning just because of the time shift and everything. I think he was catching up on sleep because the baby.
Yeah.
And I'm downstairs, and he's like, hey, sorry about last night. And I'm like, what happened last night? What happened? And he's like, dude, I just can't breathe. Like, apparently, like the one morning I heard him, but he's like, just all fucked up from his allergies. So bunkmates are fun. It's fun. So from South Carolina, where at in South Carolina?
Liberty.
Where's that at? Is it coast, inland, middle?
So I'm like 3 hours from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so like we're right way up here at the tip, almost.
Good deal.
2 hours from Columbia.
Tip.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why he's here.
but yeah.
Good deal. So, and you are a welder. What do you work for? Who do you work for? What do you do?
So the company I work for is called Jenny's and Deal. They do a bunch of different things. They do specialty piping, like underground pipe. They do plumbing. They do HVAC, sheet metal work, duct work. I'm in the fab shop, so anything like special fabrication wise, that's what we'll build. And sometimes we install all that stuff.
How long have you been a welder?
So I went to school right after high school. That's what I went to school for.
Is there a welding institute?
Yeah, there's Greenville Technical College.
Yeah, no. That's who I follow online.
Oh,
They're cool. They're a cool welding spot.
yeah, yeah.
So you did. I was just
So
fucking with you
so
there.
there's a difference. Like if you're gonna travel weld, I think going to school is great because that's what they focus on. They focus on that type of welding. But like if you're going to stay local in a fab shop, you're going from, metal as thick as this table to paper thin. They don't really focus that. They don't focus on that in the school. So when you go to get a job, you're like, hey, I'm a welder. But when you go out there, it's like, oh shit, I haven't never done this before.
I don't know anything.
So it's a big difference. But once you learn it, it's great. Like it's easy.
So it's easy.
Certain kinds. There's like a couple different ways to weld.
It sounds easy.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing it?
Let's see. I graduated in 2012.
How old are you?
29. I'll be 30 at the end of the month.
Oh, nice.
I know. With 3 kids.
30 and 3 kids.
And
You did some
married.
work, huh?
Yeah.
Really got on that, didn't you? How old are your kids?
So I have a 7-year-old son, a 5-year-old daughter, and a 3-year-old daughter.
Oh, bitch, you were on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put them real close together.
Yeah. Well,
Is it
yeah, not purposely, but yeah.
on accident both times?
It wasn't
after
an
that?
accident. Like we were trying,
Oh.
but I guess it only works certain parts of the year.
Oh.
Because they're exactly.
You or her?
Your dick?
I guess me. Because one birthday's in December and then 2's in January.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, man, you crazy fuck.
I have to ask you, can you just put their birthday and Christmas all together?
Yeah, dude,
How's
Yeah,
that?
sorry.
Dude, wait, December, January?
December 22nd, then Christmas, then January 10th, and then January 28th.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I would just give one present.
Yes.
You will get your ass kicked for doing something like that.
Yeah, like my wife would kill me.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh, that sucks so bad.
and she hounds me, like, not really hounds me, but she tells me all year long, like, we need to save because we know this is coming.
Yeah, every year.
I'm not that person. I'm like, last minute.
Yeah, we
Like,
all.
hey,
are.
we need a couple $1,000.
Yeah, that's what it is, dude. Yeah. Oh.
She's like, I told you we should have started saving in January.
In January, right after. $200 in the account every single month, saving up. No, ours are Adeline's November, Emmy's February, and SJ's June. So it's not bad. But no, dude, one after another, 2 years apart. So that'll catch up. Yep.
But when they get older, it's going to be rough.
That's all I was thinking about right
Yeah.
now is because Adeline being 16, I'm thinking about he's going through it now.
Yeah.
4 girls all so close together like that.
Why do you think I look like this?
I honestly think you look great for all the shit you deal with.
Yeah.
I'm worried about me. Like I look like I aged here. I'm starting to get a little concerned about it. But yeah, the whole driving aspect. So your first one is a girl?
Boy.
Boy. 7-year-old son, 5-year-old daughter,
And 3-year-old daughter.
and 3-year-old daughter. That's good. So the boy's first. Kick some ass, let him know.
Yeah, it's going to be easier to get him out than me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But I think my girls are going to be able to handle their own shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Girls are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Like the
They're the
youngest-
sweetest thing when they're young. Then they grow up to be women.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's like, I got 3 wives, you know?
Oh, motherfucker, wait. Dude, that's what we were talking about. It's horrible.
I have 5 of them. And 3 female dogs.
I have one
Like
female
I
dog.
have to take tests just to exist. You know what I mean?
He's like,
just to balance the household.
Sometimes I reach down to make sure I don't have a vagina. It's like I don't know what's. So that's why you see me tag my story sometimes the estrogen factory.
Yeah. Yeah.
dude, you have a lot to fight against, dude.
Yeah, they team up on me, all of them sometimes.
Yeah.
I told him yesterday. That's why I try to come up here as much as possible. Sometimes I just ask Seth, "Can I come up? I need to get away. Please,
Well,
hey,
actually,
please,
you were
I
like,
need to get away."
hey, you know the Mexico trip? And I'm like, yeah, that fucking trip. And he's like, can I come up early? I'm like,
and stay late.
I was like, yeah. And then he's like, what do you think about like me hanging out for the week into the Pittsburgh? And I'm like, cool, we'll get a shitload of content. We'll have a ton of stuff done. And I'm like, Dean needs to get away.
Yeah, I told mine. Everybody's asking me like, "You're gonna take your wife and kids?" I'm like, "No, no. Like, I'm gonna ask to stay longer." I told my wife, I'm like, "I'm gonna ask." So there's a bodybuilding show coming up this weekend. I said, "I'm just gonna You know, I'll take over the hotel.
Dude, it's funny how it occurs. Like, you know, you love your family and you love everything so much, but I know Hannah says the same shit. Like, dude, the traveling that we've done over the past several months is shit, but it's good for our relationship because there's been times whenever she wanted to fucking choke me on a Thursday and had to leave Friday morning and came home on Sunday just so excited to see each other. I'm like, man, I'm really glad this travel like ended that fucking quarrel we were having there. And the same goes for me. I'm like, I could fucking throw you out a window right now. I leave, 2 days later, I'm like, I miss you so much. So, all right. So you've been, how long have you been welding?
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Yeah, over 10 years.
Yeah. Nice. So you do everything in the fab shops?
Yes.
Pretty much anything and everything. Would you say that it is a good field for young men to get into?
Location has a lot to do with it too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How so?
So I think there's a lot more welding opportunities up north and out west than down where we're at on the East Coast.
Okay.
You're going to have a better chance, or you're going to have a better opportunity if you hit the road. And if you're young, you're not married, you don't have kids, go on the road, make the money, and then come back.
I was just going to ask that because a guy, boy that Peyton graduated with, was going to become a welder somewhere in another state in Florida, but he was offered like a shit ton of money if he would travel, which he didn't want to, so he's staying wherever and welding. But I was just going to ask you if the travel ones you get a lot more money, right?
There was a job in Virginia, and it was like, I don't know, let's say $49 an hour, $150 a day per diem. I mean, you're going to make bank, but it's like contract work. So you might be up there 6 months to 2 years, and then you have to find something else.
Right.
That's why I say if you're single or young, because you can do that. Like me, I want the money, but I prefer to have a good, stable job since I do have a family.
Right.
And hone in on your craft as you continue to go there at
Correct.
that facility.
Yep.
Because whenever I was in like safety with construction and oil and gas and stuff like that, like I'd pull up and I'd have to do a training, like 2 4-hour trainings on man lift, fork truck, scissor lift. And you'd get on there and there'd be fucking these just rigs sitting there, the flatbeds with the units on the back. And I'm like, man, okay. I was like, this is just because it's contracted work, and these guys need to have the training to go on the pad. They can't without it for this operator. Dude, there'd be a dozen of these trucks there, and I'd walk in and they're all under 25 years old. I'm like, holy fuck. And then that's whenever I learned, I was like, they are young. They ain't got shit. They just got their fucking $100,000 rig out there, and they're in debt up to their eyeballs, but they're working and they are making bank.
Yep.
It's a wild way of life. Because you if you're a welder, like you do some rough work, you get in the shit.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It's
hot.
Ignorant, and like okay, so if you work a hot, ignorant job for 10 to 14 hours a day.
You're an asshole at the end of the day.
And traveling, and you just got done making $50-$60 an hour with $150 a day per diem. You're going to do dumb shit.
Yeah, you're not an asshole then, but like, yeah.
But no, like the kids, like they'd be like, what are they doing, dude? They're fucking going to the bar afterwards, or they're just chasing pussy. And
oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Like that's what they are when you're young. But no, it's welding is something that, it's a specialized, task. It's not easy to do. It's a specialized job that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do it, but you see people online, like when you watch all the, people welding because it's like a satisfying thing to watch. And then people are like, oh, that weld sucked, or that's easy, or this or that. Do you watch those things and critique people whenever you see it?
Dude, I can go to an amusement park and look at the rides on how they're welding, and I'm like, bro, I can't believe I actually ride this.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Tell
It's
the
like,
kids like we're not getting on this one. Like, no.
it's like, some dude got paid thousands of dollars to do this, and like I could do better. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's
that's something
crazy.
that I whenever I see it, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's easy or not, but yeah. Do you enjoy it?
I do. So there's different types.
Uh-huh.
So what I enjoyed the most is it's called TIG welding, which basically you have your TIG lead here, and then you have wire in this hand. That's probably going to be, I'm going to say that's the hardest type there is to do, because you have to physically use both your hands, different movements. Like this one's going this way, this one's going that way. You know what I mean?
No, I
So like you got your rig, you have your rig here, and basically you're melting this wire to fuse these two pieces of metal together. So you have to move this one forward while you dab the wire, and then depending on how wide your gap is, you'll have to move back and forth, up and down. There's all kind of various ways. So like you have to be able to be good with both your hands and be able to focus not just on one thing. But there are other types, they're easy. Like MIG welding, it's just literally like a gun, and you pull the trigger and the wire comes out, and that's it. Like, I would go that route. Because then you could do stuff at home in your garage too.
Yeah, no, but for the work itself, like whenever you would be classified as a good welder, what classifies someone as a good welder? Like, is it the fact that they are able to do all these different tasks?
Yes.
Or is it, or they, I mean, obviously they would, but it's like good and also like they do them all and they're actually good at them all.
Yes.
Or is there more specialized, like this is a TIG welder here, this guy does more MIG welding? Like, are they
So-
separated within your shop as well?
Kinda, but like back home, if you're not a welder unless you can do all three. If you got to be able to stick weld, TIG weld, and MIG weld. And then you have to know the difference between all your wires, which is the wires you use for TIG welding. Because you have stainless steel, that requires a certain wire. You have aluminum, that requires a different wire. And then you have carbon steel, which is also a different wire. Then you have different sizes for like how thickness of your metal, depending on the thickness of your metal. So like we have guys come in, they're like, oh, I'm a welder, which they're young, I get it. They're cocky, arrogant. I was when I got out of school. And they're like, I'm a welder, but they can't tell you the difference between stick welding and TIG welding. I'm like, you literally just went to school for 2 years. Like you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
I feel bad because like, bro, this kid just wasted 2 years and a lot of money.
And I'm
learn
telling him he
nothing.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be the
We
bearer
didn't
of
even
bad
go
news.
to school, and we know the difference between MIG and TIG.
Yeah.
You just told us for free.
And like, like just I don't know. Like they want to talk, like argue back with you. Like
They're young. They're
yeah,
arrogant.
and like,
They're
bro, you
dickheads.
don't.
They're 20 years
like,
old.
You don't know, and then you get called into HR, and like you can't tell somebody they suck ass. I'm like, why? This is
He does.
construction.
He does.
I'm like, it's construction.
Would you say?
I mean, I said it nicely.
Yeah.
Would you say, since you've been doing it for 10 years, is there, I'm just asking because like this generation now, we've talked like most of them don't have like a craft, right?
Yeah.
They're like, you're going to TikTok or whatever. But would you say less people are coming into that industry like now compared to when you started 10 years ago?
No.
Or is there still a lot of people getting into like welding?
Literally everybody that comes in the door wants to be a welder.
Why is it because of the money?
I think they think that because of the money, but they don't like this. The generation now, they're just lazy. They don't want to do no work.
Yeah, that's why I kind of asked. Because it's like I feel like for
like,
the future, you probably don't see the electricians, the welders, the plumbers. Like nobody wants to do that.
Yeah,
But that's why I was curious. Like,
and
if
there's
you're
a
still
lot
seeing
of
people coming in.
robotics. There's a lot of robotics welding out there. that,
Yeah,
What do you mean?
machines
like,
doing
you
it.
don't have to do it. Like
Get the fuck out of
people
here.
don't have to do nothing. Like I used to work for a company called Woodward, and they made the gas nozzles the nozzles for the gas turbines for GE. Siemens, y'all have a Siemens up here.
yeah.
I have
We
a
have
lot
a
of
Siemens
Siemens.
back home.
I got
No, we do
Siemens.
Siemens Westinghouse.
Mine don't
Yeah.
work no more.
We have a big plant in Orlando, Siemens.
But that was like great. Damn, I forgot where I was going.
The robotic welding.
Yeah, the robotic welding. You messed me up.
Sorry.
Semen.
I couldn't hold back. That's what she said. Man, just firing away today.
Fucking.
But yeah, you would just put a piece of pipe, like what you would put the nozzle on this jig, and you would close the doors, go out, press a button, and the robot would literally go all the way around it. Weld it.
Shit.
Done. It would pass X-ray.
I was just going to say, does it pass? And it passes all the tests?
Yeah, because it has to pass X-ray and dye penetrant.
That fucking thing has to be so expensive.
And it's crazy. And the amount of times it actually messes up is just crazy.
It does or doesn't?
It does.
It messes up a lot?
Yeah, because
so it's not as... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's not as... like CNC machining. Like, you have to know your machine.
Right.
So it's not to that level
It's
yet.
It's kind of the same thing.
It's getting there. That's what I mean.
It's
like
getting there.
Like that's what they're trying to achieve with robotics.
Right. And it's crazy. I'm like, because what you're going, but I don't ever see it going too big because you're always going to have people weld certain things. Like you can't stick a robot in a tiny hole you can barely put your arm in.
Yeah.
To weld something.
That's what I was going to ask you, if like stuff like that scares you, like or anybody like in your industry, like being replaced one day by robots.
No,
like that type of stuff.
Because I don't see myself doing it forever, so it don't scare me.
Yeah.
Like I have a plan for the future, like as far as my career goes.
Nice, it's exciting. Huh?
Yeah, like I want to completely get out of what I'm doing and become a PT and a nutritionist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the pay can be better. I mean, obviously the pay can be better in welding, but I don't want to hit the road. And I feel like personal training and nutritionist is like something I would actually enjoy. Like coming to work here,
Yeah. It's fun. Seth's not an asshole.
Never.
But yes, there are some people that get nervous about the robots. But if a lot of companies don't have them. So if you've never been around them, you don't think about them.
Yeah, no, because just thinking about, anything in the blue collar industry, like, dude, it's hard work. It's ignorant, like you're saying. It's fucking hot.
Yeah,
it's ignorant ass shit. And the same goes for even job sites. Whenever I go around, like now that it's getting nice out, you see more of them. Like, I was like, whenever I was young working for my old man, I was like, it was fucking ruthless. I was like, but then I find myself today, like, doing things that are ruthless, like yard work and shit like that. And I'm like, I actually like it. I'm like, it's because it's just in my fucking blood. It's not allowed to leave. Like, I like cutting grass. Like, I'm going to be the one that goes and cuts the grass at the building. Why? Because I like it. It just makes me feel good.
Don't you love cutting grass? And then you're looking at the yard and you're like, damn.
The lines.
It's nice.
I know. I got to get. I'm going to get a bagger put on my
the grass stained New Balance.
Yep.
With the hot socks.
Manly shit.
Yeah.
Wife loves it. And it does like it.
Yeah.
Unless I drink too much while I'm cutting grass. Then I just start riding the lawnmower.
Nope, I do.
That's one thing I miss about having the farm.
Cutting the grass.
Like I always say it now. I hated it when I owned it.
Yeah.
But like I'd start Saturday morning and maybe get 3/4 of the shit done by Sunday evening. Like it'd be 2 days. Like I'd cut all day Saturday, and that was just like the things around my house and the things like I just wanted to keep nice. But I probably cut 10 acres.
Oh yeah.
I probably cut 10 acres, every other weekend, and then I'd only do the edging like once a month, maybe. Because, dude, like I'd feed the head of that fucking weed whacker a dozen times throughout the day, 2 dozen times.
I drove by it. I drive by it probably 2 or 3 times a month.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I drive by it, I'm like, I should have fucking bought the property. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have fucking bought it.
I wish I would have just kept it.
Beautiful property.
It literally was.
Beautiful property.
Yep.
I feel like such an idiot.
I know.
Bob had a sick farm.
Yeah, it's 55 acres. There's a pond on it.
So that's the one with y'all had the White House on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse, like 110 years old.
I just feel like such an idiot.
I feel like an idiot that
I'm like, I would have just probably kept the White House
mm-hmm.
and then back like an acre or two build a house
There was
right there.
another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that place was cool.
That was sick.
I know. I have so many memories that pop up, especially like this time of year when everything was
Oh yeah.
cleaning up for the spring and the summer. I mean,
I'm gonna-
my habits were a little different then too.
a little different.
Every shot of the mower either had a pack of smokes in the cup holder or fucking.
It's funny because those degenerate qualities still have not left me.
Oh
I
no.
kind of like just don't do them, but they're still deep inside there. Like there's nothing to me.
Deeply rooted.
Oh
Yeah.
man! Like everybody's like, we talk about pet peeves and things like this, and like I just love cigarettes. I love them, love them. There's to me like driving to work on the way to a job site, drinking my coffee, smoking a cigarette in the morning in the truck. That was like my fucking favorite thing to do. I think about it at least 3 to 4 days a week. I don't do it. I can't. It'll fucking ruin my blood pressure. Fuck me all up.
I'm with you, dude.
I'm like, fuck me, dude. That's one. Like, I chewed for a little bit when I was growing up, but like, no.
I
But
love
dude,
that shit.
huh? You
I
love
love
you,
it,
That's what I
yeah.
mean. Like, it's just part of it. And now I'm like, fuck, you can't do that stuff. And then like, but still, even after cutting the grass, like working outside all day, after I'm done cutting the grass, I'm like, yep. I was like, getting a fresh beer, and I would love to smoke a cigarette. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? How is this even possible? How is it possible that I have not smoked a cigarette in the longest time, yet still go, I think I'd like to smoke a cigarette right now. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You just did an hour and 20 minutes of cardio today, cut the fucking grass, and you still were like, maybe I should fuck this up a little bit. What's wrong with me? But I don't know. It's funny. Like, again, you just said you chewed. I think it's like, I guess that was their point, maybe, their goal.
Yeah, like, and I just enjoy it. Like, my wife's like, you're addicted. I'm like, maybe. But I also love doing it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you do it so much. And I'm like, no, but, a can and a half a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a
dude.
What do you
bit.
chew?
Copenhagen.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, bro, it's like $7 a freaking can.
Yeah.
$7 now.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when it
shit.
was $1.99.
Yeah, I do too.
But at Spink, I don't know if y'all have Spink's gas stations.
No.
out here.
Spinks, no.
So, like, back home, Spink's gas station, if you have a Spink's card, you get $1 off. So then it's
Yeah.
like $4 or $5.
I remember Copenhagen, because my dad chewed it. It was before the warning label, and it was like the bottom of it was still the cardboard. Is it still cardboard? Still
Yes.
there?
So
is
that's
now?
the original.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
You're-
still cardboard.
No shit.
Yeah, and I like that one, like the taste and flavor and everything. But working out in the heat, dude, the
it
bottom of the
gets-
can gets
Moist.
moist.
Should I say it? Should I say it? Everybody hates that word. Oh man. See, is it long cut? Mm-hmm. Okay. Man. Fucking Copenhagen. I remember.
Me and Jay had some really bad nicotine addictions
Oh,
at our
dude.
last job.
Yeah.
Like
I remember.
we worked for another fitness company, so like, we didn't want to be smelling like cigarettes all day there. But we'd still have one in the morning and one at lunch and one after work, but then all day we'd be fucking dipping too. And like it'd just be, oh man, like that was a wild time. Caffeine and fucking Skull long cut every day.
Skull.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep.
Because whenever we got started, Jay was still smoking cigs,
Mm-hmm.
and like, yeah, because you were like, oh yeah, then you'd chew, smoke cigs,
Yeah.
drinking energy drinks. That was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But now, like looking back, like you see the young people here, or like Nick with his vape or something, and it's like, well, technically, it's not really that bad. Look at the fuck we were doing.
I know. Like, yeah, he's probably taking in way more nicotine than I ever was, because you can kind of smoke those things anywhere. But like, you're not getting all the fucking bullshit that are in cigarettes. I don't think.
I don't know. You
I don't
might
know.
be.
It
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
worse.
It might be worse.
It might be worse. It's probably worse.
Probably worse. But yeah, because I don't know. As I got older, I don't think I'm like, I don't even smoke much weed anymore. Here and there.
What about cigars?
Oh yeah, I love cigars.
still
Those
smoking?
don't count though. You don't inhale them.
Yeah,
They're not doing
Right,
anything bad to
right,
you.
Right.
No.
No. I picked up when we were in San Diego flying home, there was this really cool cigar shop in like Old Town, San Diego. It's a really cool spot, by the way. But yeah, they had some cool smokes there. Got those. Yeah. I don't drink much bourbon or scotch in the summertime. No, Beer.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking a lot lately. I mean, there's reasons, but yeah.
I can't handle fucking alcohol anymore.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I have more than 2 weeks. That's what we were talking about. I was like, I haven't gotten tuned up. I have not gotten tuned up since we went to dinner.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
even since, I'd say maybe New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
drinking wine.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause we were talking like, dude, a couple glasses of wine. 2's good. You do 3, you're fucking done.
Yeah. Like beers, like IPAs, they get me. I feel like shit the next day.
I
Like
love a good craft beer, though.
2 heavy IPAs. Like when we go to Purgatory, I feel like shit for the entire day.
Oh, yeah. We'll get you. That's why I drink the stuff from PA.
Yeah.
Yingling.
Yeah.
I love Yingling.
American lager.
Yeah.
What's your choice of, you said you like craft beers. You stout guy?
I like trying different varieties.
Where's your
I don't-
go-to then?
Craft wise,
Yeah.
Is Yingling a craft beer?
No, like if you go to a craft brewery, you go IPA, you go like a lager, Pilsner.
so not a
stout,
Pilsner,
not a Pilsner guy.
I'm like a brown ale guy.
Oh, like an amber lager.
Yeah, like I'll try dark, but I don't want to drink it for a long time.
No, I can't do stouts.
No.
Fuck those things. I don't know how people drink them.
I don't either. It's like drinking oil.
Yeah, I don't like it. So the when we were in Mexico with Jay in the Baja Coast, we went to this restaurant and it was an authentic Mexican. We were in fucking Mexico. They had an oyster stout, and I'm like, hey dude, I don't think I'm fucking with that thing. And they're like, it is phenomenal from one of the craft breweries there in Mexico. And I'm like, I am not drinking it. And the guy's like, dude, you got to try it. I didn't try it, but I was like, I don't do stouts. This fucking thing was as black as that lid.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Black, the whole thing. And it was an oyster stout. So it was made with fucking oysters or oyster water or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck no, dude. No go on me, dude. And the guy drinking, he was like, dude, this is delicious. I'm like, I don't even like a good stout.
No, I don't like how they do like the flavored stouts, like
Like ice cream,
or
peanut
like-
butter
yeah,
stout.
peanut butter and jelly stout. Like no,
No.
dude, I don't like that stuff.
can't do it.
I don't like the gimmicky shit.
No, I like a delicious lager.
I like a crisp West Coast IPA. That's my thing.
Yeah, those are good. Can't do the hazies anymore.
No, it fucks with my belly.
Gets me every time.
Yep.
It's a beer.
What about sours?
No.
No, I'm not a
I
big
don't
fan
mind
of
them.
sours
I
either.
don't mind
I
them.
don't do sours.
Kim likes the sours. Yep.
I really like Yingling.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to talk to Mr. Yingling.
I know him.
You know him?
Not personally.
Good
but
guy. Dickhead. Huge prick. I think he is.
Probably.
I think he is. Like, he's a fucking outspoken American. It's awesome. So, 3 kids, married. How long you been with your wife?
October will be 7 years married.
Oh, man, 7 years. Right
All
when you had the
together,
kid, huh?
like 10.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Fucking, sorry. So, it'll be 7 years in October.
Yeah.
Were you married 7 years in October?
Married 7 years.
How long were you guys together before that?
I'm gonna say 3.
Oh, no shit.
So wait, 2014. We met 2014,
Oh, okay, cool. So 10 years.
and we got married. Oh fuck, 17.
17,
No,
16.
bro. She's gonna watch this, and she's gonna be
Nope,
like,
she's not watching.
We could block her.
What's her name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's not watching. She's not listening.
She's gonna be like, you asshole, you forgot. Any other time I remember, she forgets. I remember.
On the spot.
We got married in 2017.
Nice.
Yeah, so 3 years.
Good deal.
Yeah,
So it's was together 3 years.
the math ain't adding up.
Final,
No, it adds up.
Final
It is.
answer?
It adds up.
It is?
Yep, adds up. Because 17.
Either way, we've been married 7 years in October.
Yeah. I mean, 7.
The rest don't matter.
Yeah, nope.
So like being like in South Carolina, like if you guys like take a vacation, do you vacation in South Carolina? Like do you go to Myrtle Beach or do you
So
do something else?
recently, like the past couple of years, we go to Myrtle Beach for my wife's birthday in August for a week.
Nice.
She's a beach fanatic. She loves the beach.
Yeah.
I'm a mountains guy.
Yeah.
So
Good man.
Yeah.
we try to do both. Like I'll do a weekend trip. We'll do a weekend trip for me, and then we'll do a week trip for her. You know, compromise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna try to go to Daytona either sometime this year or next year.
Nice.
Something different.
Yeah, I've never been to Myrtle Beach.
I was there when I was like 5 or 6.
If you go, stay north.
Stay north.
Stay north.
Noted.
Do not go south.
Okay. All right. Why we don't go south? Just it's nicer north.
Busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nicer north.
Yeah.
It's gotten crazy there, I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just it's because everybody goes.
Yeah.
Like since COVID, Myrtle Beach became like the destination vacation for everyone.
So
on
the
East
south
Coast.
side is like there's a lot more partying, drugs, crazy young people.
Okay. Yeah.
Where north is like where the older people stay.
Yeah. Getting older.
You know.
Perfect.
I mean, there's young people, but they have good head on their shoulders versus
Yeah.
the people down
Right.
south.
Yeah. We are Outer Banks is our trip. We're actually heading there this Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our like go to. I've been going there since I'm a kid.
I don't think I've ever been.
No, it's cool.
It is really
It's
cool.
It's super low key. I mean, even I was just talking to the lifeguard this morning at the pool about it because he's been going. He's like in his late 50s, early 60s. He's been going to the Outer Banks since he's been a kid.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, dude, when I first went, I was like 7. There was nothing there. Like you had beach homes. You had one grocery store that was open 7 to 4 o'clock. You had one restaurant. Like it was nothing. And now it's a little more commercialized, but people that have been there that aren't like a low-key vacation goer, they're like, what do you do there? Like, why would you go there? And I'm like, I go there because you don't do anything. You just relax. Like, you just, you know, vibe
Unwind,
out.
motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
We went there with Tracy's sister-in-law and like her family. I think I told you but several years ago, but I went like jogging one morning on the beach when I used to run
Yeah.
for that one couple days. And but I remember, I think I told you when we were talking about it, I was jogging like, and there's like literally horses running down the
Yeah,
beach. next-
dude.
And
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
I'm like literally just running down the beach and I'm like, horses, like
Yeah.
wild horse. I'm like,
So-
this is cool as shit.
So I found out last time we were down there, like they're on the drive on 4x4 beach. Like you can literally drive your vehicle up the beach. But the horses, they can't get off that beach into town because they put these bridges that have these grates on them that they won't go over. But they still come into town because they swim across the bay.
No shit.
Or they walk across because certain parts of the bay are so shallow.
Yeah.
They'll come across into town through the bay. I was like, I've never seen that. They're like, dude, it's a sight to see. And it doesn't usually happen like in season because things are so busy, but like early spring or fall, like you'll see them swimming or walking across the bay.
Bro, wild horses are fucking wild.
That's cool.
When we were in Idaho hunting elk,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to this one spot, remote as fuck. Like, dude, we're hours away, and from civilization in the fucking mountains, and we're up there, and there's like 3 or 4 wild horses, and they're fucking just jacked and staring at us, and I'm like, hey. I feel really uncomfortable. And they're like, yeah, we fucking should feel. And I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, stay the fuck away from them. They're like, we're not going anywhere near them. I was like, well, they fuck you up. And he's like, yes.
Fuck.
He's like, if they
They're
feel
massive. Like horses in general are like just
He's like,
They are
he's like,
big.
if they feel threatened, they're gonna come. They'll come at us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. It's like that's insane. Like you're it's not like you're screaming at a horse, be like, ah.
No.
That's not what we were
They're
doing.
gonna
to them.
fucking
Yeah, I was, and the one you could tell was like, I guess, I don't know if you call it like the leader or whatever it was. Like he was the dominant one that you were like, I was like, man, that's fucking, I'm intimidated right now. Like I'm nervous.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I'd ride a horse.
I'm terrified to ride
Yeah.
a horse.
Same.
They're huge animals.
I have, but when you have one almost flip back on you, like that does it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I mean, dude.
'cause
I'm not.
Zach keeps saying like we're gonna go. I have a mule deer tag this year for rifle out in Idaho, And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, if we do, he's like, we'll just ride the horses out. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I was like, I've never ridden. We were supposed to do it last year, and it still freaks me out when I see them, how big they are, and just they'll fuck you up.
Well, it's not like you're going through easy terrain with them either.
No.
You know, like
Right, and they can sense everything. Like they can sense if you're nervous and scared.
Yeah.
And like, it's,
I'll never not think whenever that time Alvin posted on his stories riding that fucking horse. I'm like, what are you doing riding a fucking horse? He's like, I fucking hated it. I couldn't. It's like, it was funny.
I could never do it on vacation either. Like just baking in the sun on this
yeah.
fucking big stinky animal, and like
I like doing adventurous
Wearing
things,
some assless chaps.
but it just freaks me out, man.
I mean, it would be badass just to be able to hop on a steed like that. And
Zach was. We were. I can't remember. We were talking when we were on the trip in Mexico. Because, dude, he's a fucking mountain man. Zach is legitimately a mountain man. 6'4", 225 pounds, jacked, handsome guy, just fucking savage individual. Like he'll skin a bear and wear it as a cape, like shit like that. That's him, dude. Like real life Davy Crockett shit. And we were just talking about like majestic shit or something, and the topic came up, and he's like, dude, I just want to fucking ride a horse, white shirt, opened up, down the fucking beach, and I'm like, I am actually envisioning you doing this right now, and it fucking works. I was like, I hate you so much.
I can hear the music.
That's what I mean. I'm like, I could see. We were fucking dying.
Like through the waves on the beach.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Water's coming up,
bro. Because I was like, I fucking see it. Son of a bitch.
Like thinking about that shit, like that's what every guy, or like I think about SJ, like he thinks about these imaginative things of him doing XYZ. I still think about that shit.
Yes.
Like I see myself out there.
And I mean, that's like your 7-year-old son. Like, I mean, dude, growing up with a boy, it's fucking different. Because I don't know what it's like to think like a girl, but watching, like yesterday, whenever you pulled out, and he's like, he's probably going to Monster Jam. That's where he's going. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, kid? But then in his head, and then us as grown adults, like grown men that work hard, have kids, make money, like you look like your shit's together, and you're like, yeah, man, Monster Jam's cool. I love it. You see that motorcycle, man? Did you see how loud that fucker was? So I'm thinking of putting a Borla exhaust on this. And you're just like, you are a fucking child.
Yes.
And like Hannah was laughing because SJ gets fucking hard-ons. He's like, it's just in the way. It's like pushing on it. It's fucking just. And she's like, is this normal? And I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. It's like, it never leaves.
Nope.
You're going to watch it continue to happen, and it never leaves us. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, dude. Whenever I was like, I wanted to get you leaving yesterday because I wanted to get it on camera of what he was going to do.
Yeah.
He's like, you want one of those? I was like, yes, I do, motherfucker. Dad's not allowed.
Like I love just like his body language, like it's just like, yeah, that's fucking sick. Dude. That's fucking cool.
Oh, it's so much fun. Yeah. Oh, fucking. I don't know. Seeing stuff like that, I don't know. It makes it all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's tough. Is your son ornery?
no, I wouldn't say he was. My daughters,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
nice.
they're savages.
The first, so your firstborn, he's head on straight.
Yes, good kid. Like I very rarely have to get onto him at all.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. Yeah. But the daughters, yeah, no, it's like an ongoing every hour, man. It's like,
How's your wife feel about all that? Does she get pissed like, Susie fucking didn't shut the fuck up today?
she'll call me. She's like, hey, the kids ain't listening all day. I'm like, did you pop them? No.
Maybe you should have did that.
Tough shit. That's your problem, not mine, you know? But when I get home, it's like I watched the interview or not really an interview, it was like a little skit. These people ask the kids, like, why do you listen to your dad and not your mom? And they're like, dad's automatically yelling at 1. Mom's like 1, 2, and yelling at 3. So that's why. And I'm like, makes sense. You know, like my kids know what they should and should not do. So when they test my limits, it's like, yeah, automatically yelling at one, you know?
Oh, yeah. Hannah gives me shit because she's like, you're always just so much fun. I'm like, fun? I was like, how am I fucking fun? That kid, I literally cracked him right in the back of the head when he talked back the other day. I was like, you don't do that. She's like, no. I wonder why he talks back sometimes.
Yeah, and then they want to spend more time with you.
She'll be like, you always do fun stuff. I'm like, what, run around and get punched in the dick? That's literally what I'm doing. But it's like, it's just, I think it's just it's in every single household. But the whole first kid having his shit together, Adeline's shit's together. Emmy's much different. She's not ornery, but she's different than Adeline. And SJ, the third kid, is really fucking ornery.
I might have to say about the same thing, yeah.
Like there's the middle child syndrome. I think those are real things because Adeline has her shit together. Emmy's just existing. You know what I mean? Like she's just there, but she's a really good kid, but doesn't really do anything out of sorts. Much more quiet. And then SJ is just absolute hell on fucking wheels.
Yes.
It is weird. Do all 3 years? Because I know my four yours are they like completely different, like personality wise. Are your 3 like that?
I'm gonna say yes and no. Definitely, there's a difference between
Boys and girls.
the boys and the girls. But the girls, it's like they try. Like the youngest one does literally everything her older sister does.
Oh, really?
Everything. And like the older one, so the older one's name's Callie, and then my youngest is Chloe. But like Callie knows this, so she will tell Chloe to do things that she knows she's not supposed to do, bro. And like, I'll get on to Chloe, and she's like, well, Callie told me to. And then I'm like, God, now I feel like shit, because now I got to get on to you, and you weren't even doing, like, you know what I mean?
And just setting her up.
It takes me back to, like, when me and my brother was little. Like, we would do the same stuff. Same stuff.
Oh. Is your brother older or younger?
He's younger.
Oh, he's younger brother. Are you the oldest?
Yes. So I'm the oldest. I got one blood brother, and then I have 3 stepbrothers.
Holy fuck. All
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, and 1 stepsister.
Oh, okay.
She's the oldest.
She's the oldest.
Yep, and then my 3 stepbrothers are older. My dad and stepmom have 15 grandkids.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's a big family.
It
That's
is.
a lot.
We was talking about it the other day. That it's like we always have something planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every weekend.
Yeah.
Every fucking weekend there's something.
Like, oh, I got to cut grass. Fuck, I got a birthday to go to.
Yeah, dude. I mean, growing up, that's how it was. I don't know. We don't have as many things going on like that anymore. But growing up, being part of a big family, there's always something.
And it's fun. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's fun. Like, you get tired because there's always something. Like, you never get to do anything for yourself. But it is fun because, like, everybody's close.
Sure. All your family, you grew up in South Carolina?
Yes.
Your wife did too?
Yes.
Same area?
30 minutes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
30
Yeah,
minutes.
that's great.
Now, our family, no. My family, yes. Her family, no. Her family's all from Ohio. Yeah. Fuck those people.
They Ohio State fans?
I don't really care. I don't know.
Ohio.
Rose.
That's like the big thing. Like Shane hates Ohio. Like he made it a public statement. We just fuck with Ohioans on here constantly.
Like I literally told John when we got to the Pirates game, I was like, man, it's like, dude, this is awesome. I said, I'm not a city guy. I was like, I said, but seeing all this is cool. I was like, my envision of coming up north
was Ohio.
My wife's side of the family, and he's like, don't fucking do that. Don't say that. He's like, it's completely different.
I reckon you get your ass kicked for saying something like that around here.
Don't let one shitty state ruin the Northeast for you.
But no, it's funny because Ohio, the actual state itself, is hated by Shane, and it's fun that we poke fun at all. But when I lived in Ohio, I lived in Dayton, Cincinnati area for about 1.5 years, and I lived in Cleveland for about a year. And it's really nice. there's a lot of really nice people, but the one thing that I absolutely fucking despised while being there was Ohio State Buckeye fans. Yeah. Hated them.
They're all the same.
The whole state is Ohio State Buckeye fans because they're phenomenal. And I just would always and now I know how people feel about the Steelers, because if you come to Pittsburgh, you say one bad thing about the Steelers, literally everyone hates you. Mm-hmm. You could be getting into a fight in Pittsburgh, but if you brought up like Jerome Bettis Super Bowl year, dude, we're really good season that year. Like we won the Super Bowl. All of a sudden, the fight dissipates. It's fucking Yinzer talk, and it's so relatable to Ohio State fans because it's diehard Ohio State,
yep.
And everybody here, Michigan fan, Alvin, Michigan fan. Everybody's Michigan, so Ohio State sucks.
Yeah.
Well, Ohio State has a really good pre-medicine program, and Adeline wants to go for medicine. So guess where the topic has come up about Adeline going to school to?
Ohio State.
Fucking Ohio State. And I'm like, son of a fucking bitch. This is horrible. I'm gonna have an Ohio State dad shirt.
I can see you at a football game, like with everyone that you're just like
Ohio State dad shirt.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
on.
son of a bitch. I have like years of me despising this school, but apparently it's a really nice place, so we'll tour it here in the next couple of years. And Jay's like, hey, he's like, if you're going that shit bag of a school, you have to at least tour Penn State too. I'm like, I will, Jay. We're gonna look at Penn State.
We have a T-shirt maker. I'm gonna send Seth a T-shirt. Yeah. Ohio State dad.
Yeah, I'll buy one for $87 at the student store. Oh man, love it. It's unique. Kids growing up in life. Do you would you say that you have a pretty good work, life, home, kids balance?
Yes. So
you have your own routine.
Yes, I work first. My wife works third.
Oh, okay.
She works in the hospital field. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Sundays, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'll go to the gym after work. I work 10 hours. I work 4 10s. And then, so like I'll get up, be at work by 7, come on the way home, stop by the gym, and then we'll come home, eat, spend time together. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, she works those nights. So I only work Thursday. So it works out great because we only have to get somebody to watch the kids one day.
Right.
Oh, man.
So we're either I'm with the kids or she's with the kids. And then, Saturday, Sunday, she's home. So, like, it balances out great. And that's another reason why I've been with my company 7 years, because, one, they're really laid back. So, like, if something comes up with one of the kids being sick or my wife has to call or has to go into work early, I can just be like, hey, I got to go. And they're like, all right, see ya. So everything works out smoothly.
It's that work-life balance and finding a place that's good with that. That plays a huge role.
It does.
And as owners of a company, dude, it's really tough to do those things. We make sure that that's a way, like, hey, you have a doctor's appointment for your kid, flexible hours, work with them, make sure. Because whenever it's busy and we're trying to accomplish a lot of heavy shit and intense things,
right?
It's like, okay, like we know it's going to happen. So it's like, how do we make sure that those, how do we make sure that there are people to pick up the work or this or that and still be good owners to let, people have lives. They're human beings.
Right.
It's just part of it.
And the company I work for, it's a family business. So they kind of understand that aspect. Family's important,
For sure.
But we get those times like we do shutdowns, and I guess it's kind of like, you work construction.
Yeah.
It's like a shutdown. We work 14 days straight, and like 14 plus hours. Now, those are rough.
Oh, yeah.
Those are rough.
That'll chew you up.
Money's good, though.
Money's good. Wife wants to kill me.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know who my kids are.
But she was excited about this trip because she got to take a week off work to watch the kids.
Cool. Yeah. Watch the kids for a week. Whenever I came home on Monday, and the kid SJ's just ready to fucking fight. He just wants to wrestle and be a boy. And then we're outside. We were going up to the pool to make sure everything's good and take care of it all. And I look over her and she's like, I'm so glad you're here. I couldn't take another day with that little fucker. And I was like, he's beautiful. She's like, I just need a day. One day. Because like he's so ornery right now.
Yep.
He's just so ornery. And she's just like, he's nonstop. Because it's just how it is. But yeah. Good times.
And God, they grow up fast too. They do.
Oh, it's terrifying. Good times though. That's the only thing that sucks. Adeline growing up. Girls growing up is not cool.
So bad.
It's horrible.
So bad.
Do you feel like, since we got him here and he's got kids, do you feel like it's not spoken about enough on how difficult it is when your daughter turns like 16, 17, 18?
Yeah.
I don't think it's talked about enough.
It's not.
I try to black everything out.
That's what I mean. Like you're like, we do events and like, there's Adeline's friends that I have seen since they're like 6, 7 years old. And then they're like 16 years old now and like a young woman, a developing woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, this is fucked. No. What's happening? And then you're like, and then Adeline has her boyfriend. I'm like, So you two are fucking, huh? Yep. Because whenever I was 16, 17, 18 years old, that's all I wanted to do. Fuck, this sucks. Hey, can we just not fuck up? How's that sound? Let's do a good job, everybody.
Yeah.
It is bad.
Dude, it's so tough. And it's not talked about enough.
No.
And it's like I'm not worried about my daughters. I'm worried about the guys.
Well, that's what I always say.
Right,
I always
because like
say.
I'm a guy, and I try to explain that to my wife. Like, you might not be that way. You might not think that way. I mean, but a 16-year-old dude.
Well, I say that to all mine. Well,
Yeah.
There's been probably at least 20 times I've been in the kitchen with the girls and Tracy, and I'm like, all guys are fucking scumbags. And they always go, you're a guy. And I go, I know.
Yeah.
I was a scumbag. Kind of still am.
This is why I know.
But I'm like, but like you said, you're like, you hope you did it. We've talked. Dude,
I
it's
say
like,
the nastiest, most degrading, perverted shit to Tracy, and she loves it. I know how you girls operate.
It is, though. It's like, you think you did a good job.
Yeah.
Like you hope you did a good job raising the girls. So like you hope they make good decisions. That's all we can do is hope for the best. But all of us were boys at that age, and it's like, fuck.
Like shit.
I mean, not just even that. It's
Darn.
like just everything, partying, and like, I know what I was doing. I mean, not even at that age, all the way up to about 30. there's a bad time. Like, sometimes I think like if it wasn't for Tracy, I'd probably be dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'd either be in jail or dead, one of the two. So it's like I know how guys are, but yeah, especially at that age, it's like they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you anything.
It still doesn't. That's what I mean. It still doesn't leave us. Like we were just talking about SJ liking fast cars. You know, SJ's also gonna find out that he really likes boobs. He's gonna see boobs and be like, "Oh man, fuck yeah, dude." That's
I knew you were saying that.
fuck yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, look at these. Look at those things.
It's gonna happen. So like, you have daughters and you're like, shit. No. But it's how the world turns, man. It's just
It is nuts how fast they grow up, though. Were we in Mexico talking that, or were we back here? Because we just had this whole conversation about like their friends.
yeah.
But it's like you said, like there's been so many, especially with having 4 girls. you see these kids since they were 4, 5, 6 years old playing sports together, and then like Tracy will show me a picture of somebody like on Facebook or something. I'm like, who is that? And she'll be like, oh, it's so and so. And I'm like, she's a fucking grown woman. When did that happen?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, what the hell? I remember she was this tall.
Yeah, it's gonna creep you out.
I do,
Like,
yeah,
and
not
every
ready.
single thing that every old guy ever said to you in the gym about like, man, cherish the moments and this and that. Yep. It's all real. They were all right.
And I feel, I mean, maybe this is not accurate, but I feel girls nowadays are like way more developed than like when we were younger.
Yes.
Do you think that?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm not as old as y'all, but yes, I agree.
Yeah, dude.
We were at a beach. This is a few years ago with a buddy of mine, and he's a fucking degenerate too. And we're drinking and we're on the beach, and I always remember there's like a couple girls walking. He's like, dude, look at that girl's fucking ass. And they like turn around and we're like, Jesus, they're like 15 years old. You know, it's like they were like young, and we're like they weren't like that when we were like younger. I don't think they were, but it was hilarious because he's like, look at that girl. But they were probably like 16 years old, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude. And especially when you have daughters, and it even hits home harder. You're like, oh Jesus, dude. Like,
It is crazy how things, because I mean, it's
the chicken.
I hate it. Like you said,
chicken.
you said it's not spoken enough. Sometimes I don't want it spoken enough.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know.
I'm like,
It's
I don't want to know. Like, I let Tracy kind of deal with it. I'm like, don't even tell me because, and I think sometimes she doesn't tell me on purpose. You know,
Yes.
like, she doesn't want me to know.
but it's not talked about how hard it is.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's difficult. It like just fucking takes a
I'm sweating thinking about it right now.
Oh yeah.
kills you.
And then the women things that like I don't want to be I don't want to mess with that. Don't want to think about it.
You're gonna learn all about it.
Yeah,
Science.
So
It's science.
somebody said with boys,
We're trying to defy it this time of year, but
with boys you only got to worry about one penis, and then with the girls you got to worry about all of them.
oh no, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but I can't wait because like with SJ, like mama's boys. SJ's a mama's boy for sure. He's rough and tumble, but he loves his mama. I cannot wait until like the first whore shows up. And like Hannah's like,
By whore, it's like some innocent sweet
Yeah.
girl.
nah, like a dirty whore. like one that she's just like, did you fucking see that girl? And I'm like, yeah, I did. And I was like, you know what he's thinking about? She's like, I know exactly what he's thinking about. I'm like, yep. How's that feel? You know how I felt now. Going fucking this bullshit. How's that one feel, huh?
Yeah, because that's true. She has it coming too.
Oh, yeah,
she has a little
because-
while still, but she has it coming.
Because her little boy is going
Yeah.
to become, a young man, and he's going to be like, you're not the most important woman anymore, Mom. And she's going to fucking hate it. And she's like, he's choosing that whore over my love.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
You can't wait till that happens. You're like, a little bit of payback. You're like, this is awesome.
Okay, just really wrap it up, dude. She looks like a fucking dirty one. Oh, good golly. It's funny, but it's tough. But it's real. That's part of life. Just how it goes. And she could be some sweet woman, sweet girl that was raised right and all this, and Hannah's still going to hate her for some reason. Just like, Adeline's boyfriend. Fucking phenomenal kid. Dick.
Kill him.
Oh, man.
That's great.
Well, cool. So we have today. We're going to train. We're going to do arms or back. I think. One of them. I got to train something this Friday. Because Hani's in town. He's going to try. Or I don't know what he's going to beat the shit out of me doing. Arms or back. We'll do one of them. Then you're going to ride bike with Bob tonight.
Yep.
Just a 20-miler.
Yeah, he got his trainer set up 35 miles on the bike. Keep
Do a
pace.
big swim.
Big swim after that.
I'm not gonna make it. I can't walk up one flight of stairs without feeling like
Bob's like, so I rented out the lake. 61 degrees this morning.
Got an extra wetsuit, you'll be fine. The carp are only like 6 foot out in Keystone.
Yeah.
get the full
This
experience.
time
while
of year,
here.
they just swim next to you. They don't give no nibbles.
Yeah.
He got to eat a renegade dog last night at the game.
Yeah, how was that?
It was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
The bun was fucking soggy. Kind of.
Dean was pissed.
It was.
He's so mad right now.
He is. Look at him.
Like I didn't really know because I mean it sucked because you couldn't pick it up. The bottom of the bun was literally just soaking wet.
Yeah, it
but to
sucks.
me, I've never had it, so I'm like, whatever.
The pierogies were really good on it.
Were they?
They were. Yeah, everything was good.
Was it a good mix of flavors?
Yeah, I liked it. If the bun just was screwed it up, like John and I think even Aiden asked me like, "What would you rate it?" And I'm like, I can't rate it even because the bun ruined it for me.
No rating.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, that's
Like-
almost worse.
Yeah, like I just and it took us forever to find it. So they only sell 100 per game. That's it for the whole stadium. So
And you guys went on the fucking hunt?
yes.
yeah, because I asked and everybody I asked.
You would find this.
Everybody
treasure.
I asked told me somewhere different. So one of the usher guys says it's up there 132. So we go all the way up there 132. There's nothing there at 132. It's like at 130. But we looked all over 130, couldn't find it. I asked another person. They're like, oh, it's 133. So we walked to 133, couldn't find it. Someone told us 135. See another lady. I go, where's this fucking renegade dog? The girl goes, I think it's in the outfield. We walk all the way around the whole stadium.
Oh my God.
I stopped 2 other girls. She's like, oh, it's back by 130 where we were. So I went back again, and then I went up and finally asked some lady at one of the counters. I'm like, where do I get this renegade dog? She's like, we're sold out here. And she goes, but they might have them at 118. I'm like, at this point, I'm at fucking 8,000 steps.
Yeah, dude,
You're burning calories.
You earned
dude.
this motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, so I even, Kelly and Corey were with us, and she's like, are you still going to get it? And I'm like, now I'm fucking getting it. If they have, because I'm like, there turned a point where I started getting angry. And so we walked to 118, right? And then I said, where's this dog at? Or no, we went to 118, and the lady tells me it's 2 more down. And I'm fucking irate. So I go and I see this guy, and I said, where is this thing? And the guy goes, it's by 118. We're now at 116. And I yell at the guy. I'm like, I go, does anybody know where this is at? I'm like, I've talked to 5 different people. And the guy goes, it's right by 118 in the marketplace. So John goes, oh, I know where the marketplace is. So we go over there. Sure enough, they have them. And then John goes, the guy you got the most angry at was the guy who told you where it was actually at. So we got it, and yeah, it was good. It was.
I was going to say, people are listening. They don't even know what the fuck a renegade
Yeah, so
dog is.
it's. What's funny is I was watching when I was home a few weeks ago. The Tigers were here playing the Pirates, and they like covered it on the game, and I was like, "Fuck,
really?
this looks awesome!" Right?
Oh,
So,
no.
Yeah, so it's here at PNC Park. It's a thing here in Pittsburgh at the Pirates game. Foot-long hot dog, covered with pot roast, and then covered with pierogies and pickles. So
Quite the flavor.
Yeah.
Caramelized onions.
we didn't have. You can get those. We didn't get them. They will add those after.
Oh,
we
the
didn't get
caramelized
them.
onions
Yeah.
from the pierogies.
Yeah, because
I couldn't go get one, so I had to tell Dean to find it to
Yeah.
vicariously live and flavor it through him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I liked it. It was just
What else did you throw down?
well. So I did the renegade dog. I did an entire bag of peanuts, which they were laughing at me because I had peanut shells and like the dust all over my shoes.
Oh, my God.
Like my black shoes were covered. Corey and
my
Kelly were
God.
like, look at you. And then I got a pint of ice cream on the way home called Cheat Day.
Yeah, I saw.
I saw it up on the. They were showing it on the stand, like on the screen. And Kelly goes, "Oh my God, the name of the ice cream is Cheat Day." I'm like,
What a good name, by
I'm
the
like,
way.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
So we had to find it. So on the way out, I went and got a pint of ice cream called Cheat Day.
What's in it?
I don't. I think she said it was like a brown sugar ice cream with brownie swirls plus brownie chips, and there was some other like cookie dough chips or something. It had a bunch of shit in it. It was really good. And then I got a chocolate chip cookie also.
What was the cookie too?
Yeah, but the cookie I got mad at, which
He
I
was pissed
posted.
about it.
It
Kinda pushed
wasn't.
it on one
yeah,
end.
it wasn't like a good circumference.
I was upset for him.
You know who actually Taylor Mortensen?
Yeah.
He DM'd me from my picture and goes, "That might be this." I forgot how he worded it. He goes, "That might be something about the worst snack I've ever seen you post." Saddest. I think he goes,
sad. It
"That's the
was-
saddest snack I've
it
ever
was.
seen you post." I was like, "Thanks."
So
So yeah, it was a good night of food. He got to witness me in action.
yeah,
Is it not ludicrous how much that man eats and doesn't look like shit?
yeah. I'm jealous.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know?
It's not fucking possible to eat those foods and still have a jawline.
Yeah, or like veins.
Only with fucking
You know
Dean
how
Perrone.
vascular he is?
At one point, he's like, "Man, are you vascular?"
Yeah, dude. He's like, dude, how are you? How's this possible?
That was the first time I had what are they called?
Pierogies.
Pierogies.
That's a Pittsburgh thing.
Didn't know what that was.
Mashed potatoes wrapped in noodles.
Yeah, it's
Basically,
like a
yeah.
ravioli noodle
Yeah.
wrapped. Yeah, it was good. I ate mine. Mine was gone before he started. But,
Well, I'm trying to make content,
Big
Yeah.
contact guy.
Yeah.
but he did. He housed his. Like
I
I hadn't even
was-
started,
I was
and I like looked over.
hungry.
Yeah, he had like 2 bites.
Corey
He's
was-
like, I was also making all of those fucking steps.
Yeah.
I tracked it,
when
9,321.
Corey recorded that video, bro, I only had like this much left.
Yeah, he smashed it.
Man.
It was good though.
PNC Park's nice baseball
It
game.
is.
Super nice.
So that was the first pro baseball game I've ever been to.
Oh, no shit.
I've never even been to a college. So it was definitely wild.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It'd be great if the Pirates were actually good. The owner's a cunt.
Well, that's what I
Fucking
was
ass,
saying to him. I told him, like, it's such a great park. And, like, I've been to a bunch of games every time I come up, and it's like, there's nobody ever there. It's,
Fucking
like, sad to, like, it's a great park.
Yeah.
Nutsack
Yeah.
nutting. Dude's a douchebag. Looks at it as a business instead of a passion. So, like, the team's never good. Pittsburgh loves baseball. Fucking loves it. The Pirates, if the Pirates were a playoff contending team, they'd sell out at least 3/4 of a season.
Oh shit.
For fucking sure. Dude, they're horrible. They are just, and it's not because the guys are like terrible. It's just they constantly rebuild. They don't spend the money on players. It's just nothing but like a farm league team.
Right.
And it just is what it is. We still go. We probably go once a year, as a family and stuff. But it's like if they were actually like a contending team, oh my God, Pittsburgh go crazy.
Well, I mean, look at the difference between them and then, like, the Steeler games and even the Penguin games are, like, packed and fun.
The one time years and years ago, the Pirates made it to the what is it? The Pirates made it to the
NLCS or
no, they just made it to that the wild card game
wild card, yeah.
to play the Reds. They were beating them, dude. It was a packed stadium
yeah.
to go to the fucking playoffs. Packed, sold out. They would sell if they made it to the playoffs. Every fucking game would be sold out. Insane, but nutsack nutting. Bastard. Because Mark Cuban tried to buy him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said Nutting wanted him too much money. He's like, no, I'd have bought him and fucking rebuilt everything.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Mark Cuban owned the
and
fucking
yeah,
Pirates?
he's not afraid to spend money, so
That's what I
he would
mean.
have brought players here to spend the money.
Crazy.
And it would have been good for Pittsburgh too.
Well, that's what pisses me off the most is the community, the city, and everything it does. Because like we started the podcast talking about how our goal is to build this company and have more of an impact on the community and do a bunch of cool shit. Like I think we sponsored fields for softball and baseball this year. We sponsored, I think, like 6 or 7 teams, just spending money in the community and doing cool stuff to sponsor things to let people know that we're going to have close to 50 employees here in the next 6 months. And it's like, okay, cool. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of families in a community. We take a lot of pride in that. So it's like, how can we have more of an impact? And whenever you see that, it's like, dude, what it would do for the city, everything, all the people, all the vendors, the hotels, the restaurants, everything would get that much bigger if if the team was solid. Fuck that guy. He's a cunt. I don't care if he's a nice guy. Fuck him.
Cheap fuck.
Well, good shit. I enjoyed the podcast. Good times.
Yep.
We're gonna train. Probably get lunch too. It's time for lunch. Fuck, it is. Behind on meals.
Oh,
Put my fluids
the
in.
gains.
Fucking jacked.
I ate biscuits and gravy this morning.
Oh, did you? Where at? At
First
the
watch, yeah.
So yesterday, like, you want to go to First Watch? I'm like, what is that? Like, we doing something illegal? Like First Watch. What do we?
Yeah, what do you do
watch?
there?
And John's like, no, it's breakfast. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I thought we could go to all you can eat at the Beehive.
They
They
just
closed
sold.
down, I
They
heard
just
that, yeah.
sold the property.
That's
They
what I
were. We missed out. They were parting out the stage and the poles and everything.
Couch. You could have
Yeah.
bought a couch.
Flooring.
Fully stained.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good place.
vomit.
That's the place we were telling you about yesterday.
Yeah.
The strippers with one leg.
One leg.
Yeah.
Oh, how does that work?
There's probably you don't go there. You just don't go there.
You know those little things you like, those little top spinners?
Yeah.
That's what she looked like.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good shit. I'm excited because we got training. We're gonna have the rest of the day. We'll take you to the new building, show you around, all kind of cool shit.
Good deal.
Everybody, as always, thank you for listening. Keep being good motherfuckers.